video, I'm going to show you PayPal business loan opportunities of up to $150,000. No credit check and no documentation requirements. No bank statements. Let's get to it. First things first, I listed the link to these PayPal loans on the business loans tab on our spreadsheet with links to information resources and application portals to grants for everyone that you can access absolutely for free. I don't charge you a dime by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/Neil Raw. That's Neal, N as in November, E as in Echo, A as in Alpha, L as in Lima, R as in Romeo, O as in Oscar, D as in Delta. Before we forget, get up to 12 free fractional shares by opening and funding a Webull brokerage account with any amount of money. My referral link is in the video description below. The PayPal Loan Builder. I got approved for a $72,500 loan builder loan in March of this year, and I got the funds one day after I got approved. The loan charges a fixed fee that PayPal breaks up into your payments. I asked whether you get a discount on that fee if you pay the loan off early. The account representative, the PayPal sales rep in other words, said no. You pay that full fee regardless of when you pay off the balance. I have to pay a little under 10% or $7,000 or so. You make weekly payments. They wanted me to pay back the loan in about 12 months. However, I spoke to them and they extended my term to a little over 24 months with no extra fees. They also deferred my payments for a couple of months during the pandemic. No complaints on payment terms from this shop. Some people may have received a mailer with an invitation code. I've gotten a few, but I did not use them for this approval. You could enter that code on this page right here. Upon visiting the invitation page, the page reads that it is only an invitation. You haven't been approved yet. To apply, you have to fill out a questionnaire that should not take you more than 10 minutes to complete. PayPal asks the typical finance qualifier, simple questions. Business name, when you launched your organization, tax ID or social security number, business address, annual revenue, etc. You have to fill out the questionnaire to determine whether you're eligible for a PayPal Loan Builder loan. Upon instant approval, PayPal loads up an interactive tool that lets you determine how much money you want to borrow. PayPal's tool will also show you how much of a fee you have to pay for the loan. I had to pay a little under 10%. I did not have to show bank statements or any other documents to get approved. Typically, lenders want to see 3 to 6 months of bank statements for several financing options. So you ideally want to ensure you're showing at least $10,000 a month in deposits to qualify for no credit or bad credit programs. However, I think you can qualify for a PayPal loan with less money in deposits. Nonetheless, I did take out a PayPal Loan Builder loan for $12,000 at the onset of the pandemic. I fully paid it back, so I already established a working relationship with PayPal. Upon applying for this loan, PayPal gauges your business's financial health by reviewing your personal credit and business credit report. However, as I told you in the beginning of the video, the next PayPal loan that I'm going to tell you about does not warrant a credit check. So you may want to open credit lines with Uline, Quill, and other organizations that give businesses net 30 accounts. I just got one from IKEA for $5,000 and Apple for like $100,000. Let me know if you want to hear how I got those in the comment section below. You can pay off this loan early, however, you still have to pay the entire fee of the loan upon payment. Upon approval, you submit your banking, routing, and account numbers so PayPal can debit each weekly payment. You can decide which day of the week you want your payment debited, but you can't decide to pay the debt other than weekly. You can't switch from weekly payments to monthly payments or yearly, every decade. How about I pay you back in the year 3000? You don't need a PayPal business account to receive this loan. You just need a business account with any accredited financial institution so PayPal can withdraw your weekly payments. As I've told you time and time again on previous videos, you can have a no-fee business account if you can keep a $500 balance with Wells Fargo. You can have a no-fee business checking account with Chase if you are a military veteran, and you can have a no-fee business bank account with Square. The beauty about Square is that there is a way that you can process up to $20,000 without paying any processing fees. I am doing it buying a 1-year membership with Founders Card for a little under $300. Plus, I can also process up to $50,000 in payment transactions without a fee using Stripe under the same membership. The fees at roughly 3% can easily amount to about $2,000. That savings pays for my membership almost 10x. You can get a bunch of other discounts for travel, clothes, and other products and services with the Founders Card. I dropped an invitation to try out a free version of the membership in the video description below if you're interested. Otherwise, if you just want to process up to $1,000 without paying any processing fees and the no-fee business checking account around the $150 value, sign up for Square using my referral link below. With the Loan Builder loan, I had to pay back a little over $1,500 a week, but PayPal dropped my payments to $700. They are willing to work with you if you tell them you need help after receiving the loan. WeBank is the lender of the Loan Builder loan, and PayPal-owned Swift Financial LLC services the loan. The PayPal Loan Builder loan requires a personal guarantee. This requirement means that PayPal may report a derogatory notation on your account on your credit report if you default or you don't pay it back as per the agreement you signed. You also have to be 18 to apply for this loan. PayPal attests that it is not a bank and it only collects this information so its lender can determine whether you qualify for a loan. However, PayPal will not report the loan as an open account on your credit report, so it won't mess with your debt-to-income ratio that lenders look at when you're buying a house or a vehicle. The following does not constitute financial advice, but these payments run up on you fast. I ensured that I invested the loan into something that is going to be worth more than the 10% fee that you have to pay, plus the principal you have to pay back. You may want to use the funds for a vehicle that you are going to rent out, so you know that you're going to get more money back in profits than what you're paying back in principal, plus the interest fee, or inventory for which you already have a purchase order. I've got the money going into equipment and marketing for my business, so I always have a means to pay it back. The PayPal working capital loan requires no credit check. You may qualify to borrow anywhere from $1,000 to $150,000. PayPal assesses the amount of money you charge through your PayPal account to determine how much of a loan you can get. Upon approval, you also decide how much of your future sales you want PayPal to deduct to make your payments. Nonetheless, your payments have to be equal to or more than a minimum payment that the fintech sets. You have to make that minimum payment at least once every 90 days. I never yanked this loan myself, but I may have qualified for it when I was charging roughly $15,000 a month in internet marketing services through the PayPal virtual terminal. That's a service for which I pay $30 each month. PayPal deposits the funds into your PayPal account, so the bank makes the deposit minutes after your approval and acceptance of the terms. There is no periodic interest, no APR, just like the Loan Builder loan. You pay back one set fee. You pay no early prepayment penalties. You also don't pay any, quote, hidden fees. WeBank is also the lender of this program, thus you set up an account with the lender upon receipt of the loan. Here's the eligibility criteria. Your business has had a PayPal Business or Premier account for 90 days or more. You process at least $20,000 in annual PayPal sales if you have a Premier account, or at least $15,000 in annual PayPal sales if you have a PayPal Business account. Pay off any existing PayPal working capital loan. So if you already have a PayPal working capital loan, you have to use the funds to pay it off, and the lender deposits the balance into your PayPal account. Here's how to apply. Apply. Complete the short application and get an answer within minutes. No credit check and no extensive documentation required. Customize. Once approved, review the fixed fee up front, select your loan amount and percentage of each PayPal sale for repayment, and receive your funds within minutes. Repay. Automatically pay back your loan with a share of each PayPal sale. No sales mean no payment necessary, but to keep your loan in good standing, you'll need to make a payment every 90 days. The PayPal working capital loan is not available to merchants located in North Dakota, South Dakota, and Virginia. Again, neither WeLoan or PayPal will impact your credit score when applying. Neither organizations perform credit checks. The financial institutions determine eligibility through your PayPal account history. According to PayPal, the more you process your client's payments through PayPal, the more working capital for which you may qualify. Once PayPal generates an offer for any of these loans, you have a limited time to accept the terms. In early 2020, PayPal approved me for $40,000 before the onset of the pandemic. I, however, tried to accept the offer months after the fintech presented it to me. We were already foot deep in the pandemic at the time. Lockdowns and shelter-in-place programs had me cutting my own hair with shipping tape, and the mirror, finance shops were tightening up credit. I had to present bank statements and a printout of my banking activity up until the date of the loan's underwriting. The underwriter even Googled my name, so you want to have content where you are showing off your expertise on various websites. If you are interested in learning how to do that through digital publicity, subscribe to our newsletter at bit.ly/Neil Raw. The link is in the video description below. I've got the hookup! The best thing to qualify for these working capital loans is to process your sales transactions using PayPal's tools. You can have a developer integrate a PayPal buy button onto your website. All you need is to process at least $15,000 in transactions in 1 year. That's very low. For as I said earlier, most no credit check programs want to see $8,000 to $10,000 in monthly transactions. I haven't processed many transactions with PayPal in a while because I am using Square. And Square offers similar financing options when you regularly use their tools to process your credit card transactions. Let me know if you want to see a video on how to qualify in the comment section below. However, if you're looking for a seamless way to get funding based on the cash flow you channel through PayPal, you may want to come out of your pockets, pay the fees, and aim to qualify for these funding programs if you need them. You need to drive traffic to your website to generate more sales and thus more transactions. The free education tab, which is probably the most powerful tab on the spreadsheet, got your back. You also want to fix your personal credit because I've got some other programs that I want to tell you about through which you can secure hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding just for having a hot credit score. Watch the video you see on the screen right now so you can learn how to boost your credit score as high as possible to qualify for more of the funding options I share on this channel.